What's up, everyone? Welcome to my online students. Hello. Welcome to my supercharged family. Howdy. This video is all about brand. And I'm going to ask you the same question in various ways to see if you catch on. I'm going to slow cook the whole thing. What is your brand? What's your brand? The makers of Lamborghini say they don't make television commercials because the people that can afford their car do not have time to sit around and watch television. Whew. What's your brand? Okay, let's keep it going. Years ago, I used to work at Coach in Los Angeles. And at the time when I would walk around Beverly Hills on Rodeo Drive, all of the major stores would have their name on their storefront. You'd see Louis Vuitton, you'd see Chanel. I don't think Tom Ford was there, but you see Versace, all these other people. Prada did not have their name on the storefront at the time. I'd walk past and look in, and it's blank. And I walked in one day and asked the manager, "Why don't you have your name on your storefront?" She said, took her eyeglasses off, "Because when people pass by our store, they know who we are." Ooh, I said, I could marry you right now. What's your brand? Chick-fil-A and Burger King do the exact same thing, but they don't do it the same way. When you go to Chick-fil-A, or I go to Chick-fil-A, I'll hear, my pleasure, blessings, my pleasure. When I go to Burger King, pow, pow, get out of here. Ah! I have a whole thing with Burger King. They do the same thing, but they do not do it the same way. It is an experience. What is your brand? One of the reasons I loved originally shopping at Kenneth Cole is because I'd walk in and they have the music, and it felt glamorous. They'd offer me champagne. Oh, I'm supposed to be at work right now, but yeah, I'll take some champagne. And it was an experience. When I go to Ross, dress for less, it is different. They both sell clothes and shoes and cologne, but it is not the same experience. What is your brand? Okay, go all the way back to high school, maybe middle school for you. The teacher chooses a class clown to answer a question. What do you start to normally do? That right there. Now, how is it that you do that, but they haven't said anything? The class clown has not said anything, and you do that. Well, it's because they have a reputation that then allows for an expectation. Let me flip that. There's an expectation based on their reputation that every time they speak, every time the class clown opens their mouth, every time the class clown adds anything, it is funny, off-putting, hilarious, indecent, inappropriate, something every single time to get a reaction. Now watch this. It is because of a value system that the class clown values disruption more than they value instruction. That's a bar. That is a bar. Your value. Some of these companies, they value money and transactions faster. Because Ruth's Chris Steakhouse also sells food the same as McDonald's. No shade on either, but it's not the same experience. What do you value? Do you value informative, educational, motivational, bold, unapologetic? What do you value? You see in this class, I value participation. I value you opening up. I value standing up for yourself, to say the thing, the unapologetic thing, the thing that makes your stomach hurt, that you want to throw up. I can't believe I just said that. That is what I value. The fearlessness that it takes. What is your brand? And whatever I keep doing, whatever I keep repeating, that becomes my brand. It's not a one-off. You can have a good speech and a bad speech, sure. But I keep doing that thing. I'm known for it. When we call your name, what do you want to be known for as a speaker, as a leader? Wow, she's really powerful. Wow, do you see how strong and captivating he is? You don't have to pay attention to her. She never cares. Dude, it's December in Harris's class, And this guy still doesn't try. He still never has it together. Still saying and like. And so months later, whatever I keep doing, that is what I'm known for. What is your brand? Now, this week, we're going to be covering brand, and you'll see it in various situations. I used to, in the old class, would have my SoundCloud, and there's all these different speeches from way back that I've done, and I would have students choose. There's probably 25 of them, and I'd have students choose from them. Because within 25 speeches, you could definitely see my brand, but you could pick any 3 of them and then immediately get it. Okay, Harris uses lots of questions, lots of rhetorical questions. I use lots of metaphors. In the face-to-face, I speak with lots of props. Heavy on the deeper meaning. I love storytelling. In fact, a lot of times I'll have 2 or 3 stories in each speech. Brand, something I'm known for, that I keep doing. I love puns. Lots of alliteration, a lot of times. Brand, that you could see it. Now, obviously, the same thing in the SoundCloud or the podcast or the YouTube videos, that you can see where I'm going. The same as with a TEDx speech, there's a format. I still think about Toastmasters. I've experienced in Toastmasters. There's a format. John Maxwell, there's a format. You, what is your brand? What's the speaker you're committed to being? This week, you'll notice several different types of assignments based on brand, but I wanted to start here. It is a value system. I value what, and then I deliver that to the audience, because every speech is for the audience, which means I'm going to give this value to them because I see how it can benefit them. McDonald's values fast. Get in and get out. Get in and get out. There's very little, hey, how are you? How was your day? How's it going? Tell me about you. There's very little of that, if any. In fact, most of the times there's none of that. They don't value conversation. They value consumerism. No shade. It's a value. Does that make sense to you? You as a speaker, what do you hold as valuable? And then you give it to the audience. That's what we're talking about. One more time. What is your brand?